Hey guys, welcome back to the General's Workshop. Today's going to be a little bit different in a sense that our project that we're going to be doing is not inside the shop. As you guys have already known, I've been working in the tiny house, and interesting fact, did you guys know that there are estimated over 10,000 tiny homes in the United States now? And some of the stats I was just flabbergasted by is the reality that 73% of people say that they would consider living in a tiny home. I find that fascinating. And as you all know, that I'm working on my ADU or my tiny home. My parents are going to be coming out here just in a little bit over a month, and so I'm really trying to prepare for them. And I want to be honest with you guys on something. I, I'm one of those guys that I think struggles with perfectionist paralysis, to be quite honest. I've always loved this phrase where it says, you know, you just don't know what you don't know. And I find myself drafting plans and then sitting in that, and then all of a sudden, I thought of something, right? Which kind of self-perpetuates just more sitting around. I just realized I'm about to sit down right now. Oh, probably not the way to do it, but I need your help. Here's what I'm asking, and I probably should rock. That probably makes you guys nauseated. I've got my plans. I'd love to go into the current 120 square feet. And here's another interesting thing. In my research, I found that the average tiny home is 225 square feet. And I'm dealing with a little bit less than 100 square feet. Less than that. And it feels like there's more weight on it because of that, right? So you want to fit everything in. You got to capitalize on every bit of space that you have. And so here's what I'm asking. For those of you that have experience with doing a tiny home, I would ask you to do this. Don't make a comment for my sake. Make a comment for everyone that's going to be reading the comments. When we look at this space, I'm going to show you my current plans, and here's my hope. My hope is that there's a few of you that have experience in something like this that are willing to share for not just my benefit, but for everyone else's benefit. And as we look at this, I'm really excited, guys. I actually am. I'm going to do something I didn't think I would do, and I'm going to show you Bora Bora. Now, Bora Bora is just what we call it. All right, gosh, this is all kinds of not okay, but guys, here's what it is. Let me see if I can flip this around. Oh, Snapdragon, I can't. All right, so what you can see is up in here, we've already got most of it done, right? With the exception of the ceiling. You can see that there's a lot of still of the joints. I still need to do some work in here. But for the honest truth, right, most of this is done. Now, all that stuff in here is just because that was stuff that was in the other one for storage. This honestly presents super well. Oh, I'm stuck on a box. There you go. Nothing a little bit of brute force won't take care of. So, but that in lies the second part. You guys have been working with me in here. And this is the area in which we have to work on next. So I want to show you some. I'm going to kind of walk you through each. Oh, you guys see that video yet? Man, that thing turned out awesome. I am thinking about putting some plans together. I've already got a few people asking about the full build process. And obviously there's one of the ironies of YouTube is if I were to show you every second of that build, you guys would be probably bored out of your gourd unless you're the person that wants to build it. Then you actually have a value and appreciation for every second because you see this, the parts that get to be hard. Anyways, if you're interested in plans for something like this or a few different variations, I'm going to tell you what, guys, I promise you, even if you don't have a lot of experience, you will be able to build something like that and save yourself hundreds of dollars. Okay, now, with that being said, let me put this on do I even have my tripod? Oh, Snapdragon. I think I put it back to the shop. So I'm going to put this on a tripod, and I'm going to walk you through my plans. I'm going to show you a few things of it so that you guys can get an idea of it. And again, just let me know if you have any thoughts, comments, questions, or concerns that might relate to it or wonderfully brilliant suggestions. Say hi to the koi fish. All right, so a couple things I'll just give you as some basis. One, the floor is gonna stay the way that it is. One, we actually did a polyurea-based base coat with a polyurea polyaspartic top coat. Indestructible. No seams like carpet in the middle, etc., although it won't be hard in a space like this to have it. But the floor is also pretty sloped. So we're gonna keep that like that. That'll be great for cleanups. Now, what I wanna walk you through is right here is going to be kind of the kitchen part. So today, after this video, I'm actually going to be starting the upper and lower cabinets. I prefer to do my, and again, I'm just going to talk through some of the details because some of you might say, no, no, don't do it that way, right? So I don't want to assume. One, I build my cabinets in a modular build, meaning I'm not going to take this full distance and build cabinets between that, you know, in that shape. I build mine in either a 30-inch segment or 15, right? So it'll be a 30-inch lower cabinets that'll open up doors, which will facilitate water supply, drain, etc. for the kitchen with the sink right here. And then this will be more of a 30-inch cabinet as well, leaving me about 4 inches. I was planning on leaving that open to kind of be able to store a few taller stuff in there. I don't know. I'm not sure on that. Let me know your thoughts. Now, up top will be upper cabinets that'll be right here with backsplash, etc. I do have a separate power to that, allowing me to have a dedicated 20 amp breaker so that it can work the hot water heater. And so again, upper cabinets here, that I think is no, the thing I don't know is above that actually doing some sort of a shelf for more storage area. And then of course, coming over here, they'll end right about this spot right here. I'm thinking about from here over just doing only 18-inch depth of shelves, just shelves, like 2 or 3 shelves that match right there. Now, I'm also thinking there is this real estate right here. I don't have any plans for that as of at least right now. And you'll notice there's a door directly behind you guys versus a door over here. But unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to have the luxury of being able to utilize this door because I think there's going to be 2 chairs over here. Now, let's go ahead and switch this around just so we can take a look at this. Okay, now, the idea is that there's going to be probably two independent bucket style seats here, chairs, maybe an end table in between. And this is where it's going to get a little bit interesting. And I'm really, I want your input on all of it. Again, even if you're like, ooh, don't do that, don't do that. There's a refrigerator that's going to be right here. Now, what I was thinking about doing is actually doing like a 2x3 construction of making a false wall that goes up to over the refrigerator, and then it goes over, making all of this shelf up top of the refrigerator and allowing me to kind of separate it just a little bit. Now, there's going to be a shelf from here all the way over, maybe extending out over this door, over that door for about 18 inches. Okay, I'm going to do that. So when you first walk in, this will always be the main entrance, right? You're coming in, there is going to be a shelf that comes about 18 inches in, which is not a big deal. Now, on the underside of that shelf, what I was thinking about doing is utilizing channel strut. And that would allow me to build like a large pantry with multiple shelves that is on rolling uni-strut that I could just grab. That's, again, refrigerator comes to about right here. I've got my false wall here, storage up top, and then that pantry allows me to pull, and it's connected to the bottom of that shelf, therefore allowing that pantry to slide out, slide back in while on uni-strut. I feel that's just a great plan and a great opportunity to make this rolling out. I don't know. I mean, the honest truth is, that way I don't have to worry about it tipping or anything like that. Yeah, I guess I could do it on wheels and just kind of pull it out. I mean, I guess I could put the refrigerator all the way against the wall and then have more here and just tons of shelves that... I'm already changing some mind. How about that? Oh, well. All right, let's keep going. All right, now... So when it comes to this wall, right, I just got done sharing with you that, come here. Oh, buddy, why are you doing it here? I just got done sharing that the chairs are over there. Right here, this is going to be a larger TV that will kind of partially cover that, but it's going to be right here. And then down below is going to be about maybe a 12-inch deep, what looks to be an entertainment center, but it'll be the front side that goes all the way down will be the same Formica probably as the countertop that we're going to be doing for the kitchen. That will actually flip up. I do have some locking braces that will flip up on that and then also flip back down. But here's a part that I think is really cool. The thing that I'm trying to figure out is like, will mom and dad sit at the table, right? So the idea is it flips up, then they need a portable chair. So inside of that, I'm going to have a folding chair that slips into it. So then when it's all done, flips down, chairs go out, slide into it, gone, right? Because that's really the key when it comes to this stuff is you got to find things that have multifunctioning and that pack away when they're not being used, right? They got to stow away well. So I was thinking about doing that, but I also understand that I left the door open. I got all these leaves in here. It's fall potpourri, that's what it is. I'm not convinced that they're always going to want to sit and eat at the dining room table. Maybe sometimes, my dad is a diehard Green Bay Packers fan. I mean, Minnesota Vikings, sorry. I don't know how. Actually, now he may not come out because I said that. But let's take our chances. Maybe he won't watch this. Okay, just kidding. Maybe they're not always going to want to sit here, right? They're going to want to watch a game or something like that to where they'll be in the chairs. So in that case, then they need a TV tray. So on the front, the back part is going to be two stand-up chairs. And on the front of that, I'm thinking about doing two TV trays. And again, when it's all done, the two ends close, the tabletop flips down, and it's no more than just right here. You could store stuff on top of it. It blends, it's out of the way. Great. I actually think I feel like that's kind of a real smart move, I think. Again, you don't know what you don't know. So please, if you're watching, if you've got ideas, please put them down in the comment just so we can kind of dance back and forth. And I am so much not an expert, guys. I'm just trying to do the best I can for my mom and dad that are coming out and for whoever else stays out here when they're not here. Now, the last thing that I will say is going to be this corner. Okay, all the things that I mentioned right now are in phase one, if you will. After that, there are some things that I want to do, like maybe building like a small nightstand between the two chairs, an ottoman that could go in front of their chairs, allow them to put their feet up, but flips up and has storage within it, right? Again, everything is about storage, 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 storage. And then that far corner right there. Wait a minute. I hope that's... Is that better? Oh, shoot, dang. I should have done that before. Anyways, and then right here, I thought about building a real tiny little shelf slash where your keys go. You set your phone down when you first walk in, just to like an entry nook of something of that nature. Now, the other thing is I want you guys to take a look at up top when it comes to the ceiling, right? And again, I've not trimmed out. All this is going to be done in a finishing work. So please don't look at the finishing work. Well, you can look at it, but just know it's going to be changing. So I'm going to be doing that. But if you've got any ideas for the up top, the ceiling, like I know there's opportunity possibly. I know there's opportunity up along kind of this area if I needed to. So I'm still trying to figure out all of those things. So I appreciate you for coming along for this journey. I know it's a different video, but at the same token, I truly would value you guys helping me out with comments, ideas, suggestions, and honestly just being a part of the process. So super excited to get this one going. I do feel like it's a little bit all-consuming of my time at this point. I'm really trying to do my best to get done before they come out. I don't know how far along I'm going to get because obviously I'm still working full-time. I'm at the hospital, so I don't have as much time to develop it. So any suggestions or thoughts you might have would be muchly appreciated. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. I sure do appreciate you, and we'll talk to you later.